The sequel to the Lego Movie, The Lego Movie 2, the second part, has just been released in theaters, and it's arguably just as fantastic as its predecessor. The film picks up almost directly after the events of the first, but in case some of its time travel, self-reflexivity, and slightly meta storylines left you scratching your head, fear not friends, we're here to break down what went down in the film, and explain its ending. Also, heads up guys, major spoilers. I'm basically breaking down the entire plot of the movie here, so if you want to go see it and don't want it completely ruined for you, maybe go do that and then come back to this video in the future. Uh-oh. Hello! Let's begin with where the first film left off. In the Lego Movie, the film's major reveal was that the events going on in Bricksburg were all the result of a real-life boy named Finn playing with his father, who's played by Will Ferrell, with the two having very different opinions on how to play with their Lego toys. It was the central conflict that was resolved by the end of the movie, and the story in which they were immersed in back down in the Lego world of Bricksburg left protagonist Emmett, the master builder, being a hero. Now the second film picks up right where the last one left off, except this time, rather than it being a story about a father and a son in real life, Finn is now struggling with sharing his toys with his little sister Bianca, something that was hinted to at the end of the first movie. Finn ends up taking his father's role this time around, having a particular opinion on how his Legos should be played with, which is quite the contrast to how Bianca wants to play with them. The whole plot of the film revolves around the idea of Finn being able to share his toys with Bianca. So the story kicks off with Bianca's Duplos appearing in Bricksburg. Fearing their presence, everyone wants to attack them, but master builder Emmett tries to broker peace between them by building a Lego heart. It doesn't work, or rather there's a miscommunication, and chaos breaks out. Then there's a time jump. 5 years later, Bricksburg, having been consistently destroyed by the invaders from the Sistar system, which is where Bianca's toys are from upstairs in her room, has now become a post-apocalyptic wasteland known as Apocalypseburg. A new invading ship appears which turns out to be General Sweet Mayhem, the leader of the Duplo army, inviting the leaders of Apocalypseburg to a wedding. Lucy, Batman, Benny, Metalbeard, and Unikitty are all kidnapped and brought to the Sistar system, where they meet Queen Whatever Wannabe, a shapeshifter who decides that Batman is the leader she's going to marry. Lucy believes that the Queen and her subjects are up to something sinister, and they're taken to a spa which seems to be a brainwashing facility in order to get ready for the wedding. Meanwhile, Emmett ends up building a spaceship out of the remains of a dream house that he had built for Lucy and himself to share. He journeys throughout outer space, going through the Stairgate to the Sistar system, where he's saved by a super cool and tough fellow named Rex Dangervest. Rex helps Emmett infiltrate the Sistar system and the wedding, and after the two meet up with Lucy, they concoct a plan to stop the wedding and save their brainwashed friends. But as Lucy shortly discovers while fighting General Mayhem, they've gotten everything all wrong about the inhabitants of the Sistar system. Turns out that 5 years ago, when the Duplo invaders arrived in Bricksburg, they just wanted to play. Finn building that Lego heart really changed everything for them, and it was the start of the Sistar system altogether, inspiring them to build just like Bricksburg had been built. So now Lucy has to stop Emmett and Rex from destroying the wedding, seeing how, really, they'll be the ones who bring about Armageddon, a metaphor for Finn and Bianca's mom, stopping them from fighting by putting all of the Lego and Duplo into storage since the two siblings can't get along. Unfortunately, Lucy isn't able to stop Emmett and he destroys the wedding cake, which in real life is Finn destroying Bianca's Lego creations out of anger. This brings about the Armageddon that Emmett had seen in his dreams at the start of the film. In addition to that, Rex turns out to be a lot different than what Emmett had previously thought. He's a version of Emmett from the future, who had gotten hard and tough after being dropped under the washing machine and forgotten. His anger and hatred led him to becoming what he was, and this whole time he's been trying to manipulate Emmett into becoming that version too. After they're all put into storage, Lucy rallies up the Lego and Duplo characters with a song, which is called Everything Is Not Awesome. The song catches Finn's attention, drawing him to the storage bins, and he has a change of heart about his sister playing with him. From here, we see our heroes brought out of the bins. Lucy goes after Emmett, rescuing him from under the washing machine where he was fighting with Rex. Rex ends up dissolving because his future timeline no longer exists if Emmett is saved by Lucy and Armageddon is reversed. Rex disappears forever, and Lucy and Emmett and all of our heroes now live in a mishmash world of Bricksburg and the Sistar system. So, what does all of that mean? Well, essentially the film, or rather the Lego world within it, is a giant metaphor for learning how to share with others. Finn makes it up to Bianca, constructing the same Lego heart that Emmett had built in the beginning of the movie, giving it to her, and the two then decide to play together and build something awesome, with all of the Lego and Duplo characters coming out of storage and happily co-habituating together. Sharing is caring, people. Emmett building that Lego heart at the start of the film that inspired the Sistar system to come into fruition is actually a metaphor for Finn building Bricksburg with his Lego, which inspired his little sister Bianca to also build her own world. Apocalypseburg wasn't created because the invaders were totally destroying Bricksburg. It was the product of Finn going in a different direction, and the fact that Bianca kept taking more Lego from him to build her own world upstairs in her room because he would not let her play with his Lego with him downstairs. Oh, the metaphors. Alright, there we have it, friends. How much did you adore the new LEGO film? Did you like it more than the first? Share your opinion with us in those comments below. While you're at it, if you dug this video, please spread the love by hitting that like button, and hey, why not subscribe and hang out with us some more? Also, if you're interested in learning about all of the Easter eggs and references in the movie, there's a whole lot. We did a video breaking down 10 of them, so be sure to head on over to our channel and give that a watch. In the meantime though, thanks for watching, friends. I'll catch you on the next video.